Morning Artesia Radio Show. Barking Guy is here, and did you go over to Hobbs, Barking Guy, or did you hang out at home and listen on the radio?
I listened on the radio.
Yeah.
I had a big thing to do on Saturday, so I had to get sleep for it.
Well, they delayed the game a half hour. There's a really bad wreck at 529 and the Hobbs Highway, and I got a call. Where are you? And I said, well, we're here in Hobbs. We're at the stadium. We got there early so we could get everything set up for the broadcast. And that's when I found out about the accident. And it had backed traffic up so much that they were able to delay the start of the game 30 minutes to 7:30 to make sure that fans could get, and the team could get to Hobbs. And I told Jeffrey, I said, at 6:21, I looked at Jeffrey and I said, you realize we are set up and ready to go at 6:21, 10 minutes before the original start time of the game. We were set up, we were good to go, we had everything all ready to go. We would have been on time.
Yes.
So, in any case, the game, you and I were talking about this late third quarter, early fourth quarter. We were only down by one score.
Yep.
And then the fourth quarter hit. So let's go ahead and get into your report. Where would you like to begin?
We'll start with that game. Hobbs 69, Artesia 48. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We're up 13-0 early in the first quarter with a Davian Molina fumble recovery, a 17-yard Niestrada to Peyton Greathouse pass, another fumble recovery, this time by Grant Johnson, and a 1-yard run by Bradley Valenzuela and a mixed extra point. Then Hobbs came back and they outgunned us. That's coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Mm-hmm.
And we were down only one score in the third quarter, and we blew it.
We couldn't get into the end zone, and they kept getting into the end zone. So it was. I think the score looks worse than the game was, and I don't.
Yeah.
There were just a lot of turnovers, especially by the Bulldogs.
And that's something that coach and the team can work on.
Yeah.
Be ready for Berlin this Friday.
Well, you weren't at the game. Jeffrey and our crew was, Joby and Robbie, and there were a lot of fans there. And they're proud of their program. They've made tremendous upgrades to their facilities. They're doing upgrades to their press box. It's a big stadium. I mean, there's plenty of room, and they can accommodate a lot of folks. The one thing they're doing, though, and again, I don't want to say anything that, they love their team just like we love our team. But there's one thing that they do that I don't know is a good idea. And they've got new lighting, and I'm sure it's LED lighting, because if it was big old mercury vapor light bulb stuff, I don't think you could do what they were doing. But whenever the team from Hobbs scores, they flicker the lights. It's almost like they do a wave with the lights around the stadium. And it's a cool effect. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool effect. But all I could think of is folks that might have medical issues with flashing lights like that. And I don't know that they've got it posted and that they tell people, if you are affected by rapidly flashing lights, you may want to consider not coming to this venue to watch a game, because if Hobbs scores, they're going to flash the lights. They're going to run them around like it's a wave of lights floating around the stadium. Like I said, it is a neat effect, and it didn't bother me any other than I was bothered thinking that there might be people that were bothered by that lighting effect. So again, I don't want to say anything. I mean, the folks in Hobbs are great. They're great to work with. They're very accommodating. You should have seen the spread they had in the press box for the working press that was up there. It was awesome. There was no need for anybody from any crew to go anywhere to eat other than at the press box, because they had this barbecue and brisket and pulled pork and mac and cheese and potato salad, and I mean it was awesome. But so again, I they're great folks, and they love their team, and they've made some tremendous improvements to their facilities over there. But the flashing light effect with the stadium lights, I'm a little. I'm hopeful that didn't cause any issues with folks that may be troubled with that kind of lighting effect. So, because they may have had some signs out. I didn't see them. We got there so darn early. They hadn't really set up for the crowd. Anyway, tough loss. And Hobbs, who does Hobbs have this week? I think they have Roswell this week. In Roswell. So be an interesting battle to see, because Roswell's 2-0 after their whooping of Santa Fe. They beat Santa Fe 50-0.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure at what point the game ended, but it ended, because once you get up by 50, it's game over. So, and then was it Carlsbad beat Goddard Friday night up at the Wool Bowl, I think. So anyway, you may continue. Where are we headed to next?
We have JV scores versus Capitan and Goddard. They're not available.
Okay.
Boys soccer. Los Alamos tournament. Artesia 6, Aztec 0. Artesia 1, Lovington 0. Los Alamos 4, Artesia 3. So we're in second place.
Okay.
In the tournament. Girls soccer. Clovis 3, JV 1. Clovis 9, Artesia 0. And I was there to see that.
Okay.
Volleyball from last week. Hondo 3, Hondo won 3-0 for the match played at Hondo. This week, Lake Arthur 3, Loving JV 1. Middle school won against Loving, but score not available. Lake Arthur match at Dexter JV, that's not available. JV 2, Carlsbad, nothing. And Artesia varsity won against Carlsbad 3-0. The first set was back and forth, with the score tied up at 23-all. Elena Harvey gets a key kill, 24-23 Artesia set point. Then Charity Argo serves the set-winning point, 25-23 Artesia. That gave us the momentum to win the next two sets, 25-19 and 25-19. And then Artesia won against Alamogordo 3-0 on the varsity. The JV score was not available, and 8th grade Orange played at Berendo, but that score is not available.
I wonder why all these scores are unavailable.
No, either I'm not there, or nobody posts them. Max Preps, or tells me otherwise. And we also had a rodeo at Socorro.
Okay.
But the results there are not available. And I don't know where to get them.
I don't either, to be honest with you. I don't know. Hey, let's ponder that for a minute.
Okay.
While we do the news. This is KSVP Artesia.